apostles, brothers in Chicago, LA,
DC,
going into the Hebrew, going into the breakdown of
y'all got GMS in LA?
Everywhere. Every major city in America, probably with the exception of Salt Lake City.
Is it Mormon City?
No,
it might be.
You know some brothers out there. Yeah. All right, back in Acts 10:2, a devout man, one that feared the Most High with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to the Most High always. He saw in a vision, evidently about the 9th hour of the day, an angel of the Most High coming to him and saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked up on him, he was afraid and said, What is it, Lord? What is it, Yahweh?
So he knew the name. He knew the name. This is definitely an Israelite.
He knew it was his higher power.
Yep.
And he looked up on him, and he was afraid. And I read that. And he said, What is it, Lord? And he said unto him, Thy prayers and thy alms are come up for a memorial before the Most High.
Stop there. Somebody get Tobit.
Got it.
Tobit 12 and 12. 12 and 15.
12 and 15?
Yep.
Tobit 12 and 15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints, and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One.
Yep. So what? Cornelius, he was a saint.
Hey, hallowed.
He was hallowed.
Come on, bro.
Cornelius. The Lord ain't finna hallow no damn Edomite, bro. Come on.
All right, y'all say something, I'm more inclined to believe. Okay, I just want to be convinced, but I'm more inclined to believe. Now, if I'm not convinced, then I'm just not convinced. Y'all got y'all saying, hey, it ain't for you. I'm gonna be an Israelite with or without it.
Go look it up.
Yeah, no, I'm not debating that. You know, I don't give a damn about no Edomite, man. I'm not trying to make nobody no Edomite.
But who could it be though? Like who else could he have
He must have been an Israelite. I'm convinced. I told y'all.
No, I'm just
okay.
But if he wasn't an Israelite, though,
whatever. The last thing I want to do is be on different terms. You know, we don't have to agree on everything because that's just not how it's always gonna work out.
You believe,
but something like that,
we have to teach
something like that. If you can convince me through the scriptures, I'm gonna believe it. You know, that's all I want is to be convinced through the scriptures. You know, that's all I ask.
All right, back in Acts 10, verse 5, and now send men to Joppa and call for one Simon, whose surname is Peter. He lodgeth with one Simon, a tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell thee what thou oughtest to do. And when the angel spoke unto Cornelius, was departed, he called 2 of his household servants and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continually. And when he had declared all things unto them, he sent them to Joppa. On the morrow, as they went on their journey, they drew nigh unto the city. Peter went up upon the house to pray about the 6th hour. And he became very hungry and would have eaten.
And I always like to say, the reason he had the vision that came out about food was because he was hungry.
Yeah.
I just like, he could smell the food cooking. Low, his blood sugar was low. You know what I mean? His blood glucose was low, so he was hungry. So the vision came out that way. A lot of us have fallen dozed off waiting on the food to be cooked.
Yeah. Right? Verse 10. And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance and saw heaven open up and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great a sheet knit at 4 corners and let down to the earth.
Now keep in mind the key terms.
Yeah.
It said, read that again.
And he saw that part when he saw heaven open.
Yeah.
And he saw heaven open and certain vessels descending unto him.
A certain vessel that was descending, meaning coming down. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. So it's a vessel. Go ahead.
As it had been a great sheet knit at 4 corners.
4 corners. Mm-hmm. Right?
Like
now,
a flying carpet or something.
Now this is a vision. And he's seeing these things and he's like, but he's hungry.
Okay.
But what the Lord was trying to show him was deeper things of the spirit.
Yeah.
Now, get Hosea 8:8 real quick, and then somebody can also get Isaiah 11 real quick.
I say 11.
11 and 12. Yeah, 12.
Yep.
But get Hosea 8 real quick.
Hosea 8, verse 8. Israel is swallowed up,
Israel is swallowed up. Go ahead.
and shall they be among the
And
Gentiles?
shall they be among the Gentiles, meaning they're going to be scattered. Go ahead.
As a vessel
As a vessel
wherein is no pleasure.
where there is no pleasure. They got to serve captivity. They got to serve wherever nation that they're scattered amongst. They got to serve in their army. They got to work for them. They got to be slaves. They got to learn their culture, their language. They got to conform to it. That's what happened to Israel throughout these captivities. So that you can make sense of why Cornelius would be in that predicament, serving under the Roman army. You know.
But what about the centurion? What is a centurion? Like a cop or maybe military or
It'll
something
be like
that
a
also?
modern day police officer.
Officer.
Yeah,
Police
yeah.
officer?
Yeah.
But he said, no, hold on, Lord. Don't come to the house if my servant is messed up. You can't come, because I got all types of crazy stuff going on at the house, but I believe, so if you can just heal him, you know, I believe from here.
Heal him from where he was at.
Right.
He had nobody.
He had position.
He had nobody that had much faith as much as
Exactly.
that.
He had a position.
That's Cornelius.
That wasn't Cornelius.
That wasn't Cornelius.
No, that's somebody else.
That's another Jake.
That's another Jake.
Another Jake.
Another
Yeah.
Israel.
His name wasn't mentioned.
And this,
No.
no, it wasn't. He said the
It's called as a
centurion.
centurion.
He said, I have not seen
Greater
so
faith.
greater faith in all Israel.
And all Israel.
He's a part of Israel as well.
Yeah, I was wondering about that one because I'm like, damn, he's not even an Israelite. He got more faith than every Israelite in all it in
He
the.
was an Israelite.
Well, yeah, now that you made that.
Well,
Go ahead.
what was it
See,
me?
Isaiah 11, you read it?
I read it,
18?
yeah, that was the point.
Isaiah 11 and 12.
It's Isaiah 11 and 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel,
The
and,
outcast of Israel. Yep.
and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
There goes that four corners. So now is the time where the Israelite foreigners that were scattered, it's time for them to be received now.
Come.
Yeah.
Because if Cornelius,
You know?
if Cornelius was in Israel, they wouldn't accept him. Because you know how he looked, he didn't hold the customs of the beard, but they were scattered, like the scripture said, you know.
But he maintained a good
Yeah,
rapport
yeah.
amongst the Israelites, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys know anything about the 3 days of darkness that's supposed to be coming?
In Egypt, you talking about what that happened in Egypt?
Happened in Egypt.
Yeah, that happened in ancient Egypt.
But it's supposed to be something again. It's supposed to be 3 days of darkness coming.
I wouldn't know about that. I haven't heard about that.
Okay.
Not to say that it can't happen because it happened in the past.
Well, Israelite woman and they're like a Israelite man and woman. Him and his wife.
They teach.
Yeah, he teaches.
channel, right?
She don't teach. She just like post scriptures.
All right, back in Acts 10 and
12.
12, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
So that's what he saw in that great sheet, you know, knit. Okay, basically what that represented was all the abominations of Israel. They were worshiping, you know, creeping things. You know, it represented the uncleanness of their idolatry. When Jake was in the
ox, when they
yeah.
that ox into
yeah.
a calf. I mean a golden calf or whatever.
Yeah, that was going way
Yeah,
back then.
yeah.
Now, during this time, when they was under the Roman Empire, they were worshiping the Greek gods and Roman gods.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And they were,
I mean, well, that goes back to ancient Hamites. But it was refreshed. That's why going to Romans, the first chapter, he was basically addressing the church. He was saying, who turned the truth of the Most High into a lie? You know, and he talked about worship the creature more than the creator. A lot of them, they was just coming from, you know, worshiping idols. That's why it says it was at Corinthians 12, for you were Gentiles carried away into these dumb idols, even as you were led. You know,
that was
first
the
or
most
second
important part.
Corinthians.
that was in
First Corinthians. Even as you were led, though, right? We were led by someone else, whether it was our foreparents or it was the Edomites or whoever, the church, whoever. We were led this way, all the way back to Antiochus and Antiochus Epiphanes. He led us deeper into captivity because he taught us the ways of the Gentiles. He made us go away from our own law.
Okay, I wanted to talk about one more thing. I mean, we already kind of touched on it. The chip. Why you and HOI don't see eye to eye on that chip? Why can't y'all get together and come up?
That's hey, you gotta ask them. And really, the Most High is in control of it. You know, I don't have a set opinion why, but you know, if they can't receive it, that's because you know what we say. If they can't get it, then it's because the Most High is not dealing with them to receive it. You know,
well, it's not dealing with them as far as
I
the chip goes.
got an opinion. It's an opinion.
What's happening?
You know, it's just what I see with the different groups, especially out of One West. It's easier to see it. There's different levels of Israelites. Okay, there's entry-level Israelites that teach that you're Israel. I'm gonna teach black people that they're Judites. I'm gonna teach Hispanics that they, you know. Then there's some that go a little bit further, the white man, the devil, you know, and they teach certain things all the way up to a great millstone is teaching all the raw, heavy, straight out the book, the highest level, and that's
GMS get into some details. I'll tell you that for
we
sure.
stay in the details.
Yeah, that's why I was listening to GMS. The first one was
If you want to learn something, you know who to click on. If you really want to get edified on it, get the whole conclusion.
I had
about
issues
it.
with GMS, you know. I'm not going to go into what I had issues about.
But I'll bring something up. That we did that, you know, like they call it the rape doctrine, right? You pay attention to that, right?
Yeah,
So what's your take on that? What's your take on that? Some Israelites don't believe rape is
it's in the scriptures.
rape is rape. If you take it to a young child, virginity, you know, for sex without her will, that's rape. You know, you can't, because, you know, we GMS, we go on a different rule, all of a sudden you can just take that from her. No, you can't do that. That's not a job.
Let me say something.
Okay.
A lot of people like to interpret that because we go into the scriptures and bring that out, they try to interpret that as we're teaching Israel to go and do it.
No, I never took it like that.
Well, a lot of people, when we go into the subject, they like this. They call us rapists. Most of them guys that disagree with us, that's exactly what they call us.
You know what? They probably just wanted to be to have the
Right. You don't call us what we're not just because we teach what the scriptures say. But that's what guys are doing. But I'm gonna say this: when you read
have
these,
anything to do with salvation anyway.
it don't.
So
So
why would y'all even bring that into the fold?
it just happened to be when the apostles was going into it. I think maybe the subject got up because it was it was discussed in the old school One West, and they basically saw when you go into the law, if you took a woman that was betrothed and she didn't cry out, then basically that man and that woman got to be put to death because she consented. But if a betrothed woman, if she does get took by a man, all right, and she's betrothed, she has a man that's engaged to her, and she cries out because she's trying to let her attack her rapist know, don't do this. I'm taken. I'm spoken for, and he does it anyway. She's without fault, but that man's supposed to be put to death. Now, if this woman is not betrothed to no man, and a man does the same thing, What's supposed to happen to them? What's supposed to happen in that scenario?
You're supposed to marry her and give her father certain things.
So you acknowledge that that's in the Bible.
But that's not a custom.
We never said that's a custom. We
It's
said.
just an act that happens.
See,
Okay, let me finish.
See,
That's not what these young women of today are used to. So you can't turn around and say, well, and do something like that and say, well, in the Bible it says, I can do this as long as nobody claims you and you didn't cry out. You can't use that as an argument with a person that knows nothing about that. You know, that's like chasing her.
We not doing the action.
Doing sex. All of a sudden, she finding out who she is.
You can't get it.
We're not doing
Get
that.
emotional when we touch on this.
We're not doing that.
It's a very touchy
It should be
subject.
get a little emotional. You know, you guys can't just say
No,
people don't
you're
have
not-
no
you're not-
emotions at
you're
all.
not- but when it comes to the word of the Most High,
Yeah.
you ain't supposed to be.
The Lord don't care about your
The
emotions.
Most High doesn't care about none of that. It's about His way. His ways are not our ways. Neither are our thoughts His thoughts.
Hey, Con,
True.
and
you think if you just go ahead.
it was brought out for edification's sake. If the Spirit didn't want it to come out, it wouldn't come out. That's how it is.
And all we're talking about, we never said this is how you get a wife if you ain't got
Kind.
one. Go find your. We're not saying
But you
that.
guys got to make it clear though, so people don't.
We've
come get
always
the wrong
made that
idea.
clear. People
But
just want to
people-
they want to selectively hear what they want.
Well, I
and
never
use
heard
it
you guys
against
say.
us.
You never misled me. So
Right,
I was
right.
never was discouraged by that.
What I want to say though is you said you
It was one
disagree.
person that I took a disliking to over that whole issue because he just had a foul spirit on him, and he explained it foully. You know,
No,
that was
but
up
it
to
has
y'all
to
to
be
check
that
your
way.
people because he belonged to GMS.
I got to pray.
There's no emotional or wrong
Kind.
way to bring out the word of the Lord. There's no
He
wrong.
didn't bring it out in scripture.
not supposed
He
to,
brought it
but
out
let me
in
say
like
this.
his own
Let me say
personal
this.
opinion.
Why
type.
don't Jake get as emotional when we bring out the law that says that when you have a rebellious child,
got
and
it.
he's stubborn, he
Kind.
doesn't want to
Bring him out
work.
before the
The
elders.
scriptures say to bring him out before the elders so that he be stoned to death.
And the
You're
parents
supposed to
got-
lay hold on him and
Kind.
drag him out like you arrested him, you snatching him up, and you drag him to the city before the elders, and they're
Kind.
supposed to put your child to death.
And the parents
That's
got to
in
throw
the
the
law.
first stone.
Kind.
When we bring that out, Jake
I
don't
read that,
Jake don't
yeah.
get emotional like they do about
Right.
our women.
Badass kids running around here. Little baby-ass kids running around.
This is Eastern world custom, man.
Yeah.
Everything was different back then.
They want to talk about fear earlier. We were talking about fear, right? Yeah. Your children should have fear that something happened if they act bad.
Exactly.
More than an ass whooping. If the ass whooping ain't getting it done, go kill his little badass, man. Well, Bill Cosby was the nicest kind of comedian out, right? I mean, before all the allegation shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's comedy, right? What did he say? If I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. That was one of his jokes. I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. That's a custom in our Bible. In our heritage.
It's 1 Corinthians 6 and 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient.
You
Go
can't
ahead.
do that, man. You can't take it. You can't take it. But if you do take it, or if someone does take it, I have to judge it by these means.
By the law.
By the law. Now, and I'm gonna go this far.
You try to
I like
do it in
saying
this society, you're done.
No. Forget about it in this society.
Well, that's the you got to get that point across as well. You know.
That should go without saying.
We always say it every
Yeah,
time.
as many
Everybody should
fools
be
as in
reading.
this world, nothing goes without saying if you don't say it. Because there's too many idiots out here that's looking for a
some-
loophole.
some
They're
people-
looking for reasons to do
That's
like a
part of
fool,
being-
and then they're gonna blame y'all.
Knowing that, right? But knowing that, you should be weaned from the milk before you get into that. You should already know you can't.
I'm
do
not
it.
talking about myself.
I'm not saying you. I'm just, anybody I'm saying that will come in that regard. Now I want to say this though. Now, if you look at what our customs are, how to make this a living something that's realistic, you're not supposed to let your young daughter that's out like that. Anyway,
Hey, Con, the scriptures.
That's your property.
Yeah.
Would you leave your car unlocked?
No.
Then why would you leave your daughter out there by herself with somebody to snatch her up, right? It's no different.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have your son, your oldest son over there with her, so she don't get snatched up and raped. But say something happens, well, this is a law on it. This is how you handle it. This is how you judge this matter. And this is a fair judgment.
Everything,
It's a fair judgment.
everything.
Jake too emotional to
Come,
be
bro.
judges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're being trained up to
But
be.
that's my mom.
We're gonna judge.
I know she committed adultery, but that's my mom. I can't do it.
When the Most High made the law and gave us the law, He covered everything, anything and everything that if you could say this situation is covered in the law. It's not like, well, this ain't covered in the law, so I can't do it. I could do it, you know. It ain't in the book. No, everything's covered.
When Moses killed that Egyptian that was whipping an Israelite, why did he do that? What did he base that on?
He saw his brother getting.
So he acted on emotions. He acted on emotions. I mean, I'm just trying to make a point because y'all act like emotions are supposed to be dead.
No, it's not.
Emotions is something that also is stirred up through righteousness.
No, but no. I'm not saying that a man ain't gonna have emotions or feelings. That's impossible. But what we're saying is when it comes to
judging,
you're not supposed to be. That's why women are not supposed to be judges.
Judging. I was listening to that whole thing, you see, and it looked ugly. If y'all, I'm sure y'all seen it because I've seen it, and y'all GMS, you know. And it was one dude in particular that just, I mean, I couldn't deal with that dude, you know, in the camp or nowhere else, you know, on the streets or nothing else. He just wasn't right. You know, his spirit wasn't right. He wasn't of the Most High.
I don't know exactly.
We don't know what brother you speak of.
I'm not going. That's not important. You know who he was. He was with GMS camp.
But that's
most of that camp I was cool with, but that one dude, he just wasn't righteous.
If he ain't right in the eyes of the Most High, he's gonna be weeded out. But if he is, then somebody else somewhere else needs to correct themselves about how.
Well,
like
ISPK or whatever, they rolled down on him and he cowered it out.
I'm gonna say like this.
Did y'all see that?
I don't know.
Well,
like you said, a lot of GMS
came down on GMS Chicago over that. And homeboy, the same one I was talking about, he didn't have a damn thing to say. It's like, dude, you was running off at the mouth talking about you could do this and do that, but now these big brothers come up here checking you about that, you ain't got no say.
They're not running up on nobody in GMS Chicago. They're not running up on nobody in GMS Chicago. So I don't know if they fell out.
They ran up on IFUK. I seen it with my own eye. You know, I'm not gonna just make that up. You know, now it wasn't a full camp. It was like him and a few other people there, but it was the day that they was holding camp, and the main one wasn't there. You know, but he was there. It was like they knew he was there. And they got right up there after his ass too.
I don't know the instance. It sounded like there was a split that happened in Chicago. Some guys believe some other things out of the great millstone.
Well, I like GMS Chicago. Malcolm, I like their
A1 solid, man.
Yeah.
A1 solid brothers over there. They A1, as you seen, if you a brother came from that camp, one of their head brothers came out here and talked with us before. You know?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You know, I like the camp, especially like Malcolm. He's like the main one. He like educated me on a lot of stuff. You know.
Yeah, man. I was with them brothers 3 years ago. I was with them brothers in Chicago 3 years ago.
Is that right? So you was out there in Chicago? Okay. Well, yeah, that was a good camp, man. I didn't have nothing against
Is that your only gripe? Is the rape thing?
Cornelius.
That was your only gripe with Great Millstone is a rape thing?
Well, y'all cleared up the other one with the name.
You have a daughter?
The name. That's what I have. I mean, you know, like I told you, I heard what I heard. So ain't nothing gonna change that. What I heard. You know.
I understand. You have a daughter?
No, I got a son.
What's the name? Who y'all with? If y'all mind me asking, I know I'm on YouTube, but damn, I got some questions.
We were your how
I
about
finally
y'all
got the
shop?
prophets here.
Y'all
Tired of
about
watching
y'all
y'all on YouTube. Damn, y'all mind if I ask you some questions? Shit.
We about to close up, but if you got a quick question, we'll answer you a quick question.
I mean, it's a quick question, but there's more.
What's up, man?
I'll wait till you set up. Shit, man. It's all good.
Go ahead right now.
I wanted to ask you a question.
I was reading in the scriptures before. I want to say shalom. I know I'm flipping without my fringes and everything. You know what I mean? But I wanted to ask. I was reading about what can you tell me about in Joel 3 where it says about gross darkness?
Joel 3.
Gross darkness?
Yeah, gross darkness. I've been reading that.
3 days of darkness?
Yeah, the 3 days. And
The same thing I asked y'all about,
the
3
reason
days of
why is
darkness.
because I read it like 5 years ago, and I dug my whole family. Gross darkness, not knowing what it means. Until recently, I got a hint of it, and I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? Emails, business address, all that with that name. Not knowing that I was bringing the enemy to me, you know what I mean? With that name, they recognize it, but I didn't. I just want to get a little bit of understanding.
This is Joel 3:15. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's also in the Old Testament too. Like,
yeah, this is the
Genesis, something. Yeah.
I'm gonna check back with y'all, man, on the next Saturday.
I've been
Sunday.
I've been seeing y'all on YouTube in Vegas, and I'm like, man, what? So I get in the food and I swoop. I don't see nobody. I got y'all right here, though. You know me, if y'all don't mind. You feel me? Hey, I know I may not be doing the law. I might do at best is the Sabbath. I've been doing that for the last 5 years till I came into the knowledge. I cut my beard off, but because of the things going on, you know, incognito, you know, so I kind of. You know, I shouldn't did that. I disobeyed God. He punishing me for that. You know what I mean? I just want to get answers on gross darkness. And yeah, I've been smoking weed. I just got off from work. I'm gonna let you know that. So.
Try to tighten those up.
I am. It got legal here, so it got legal now.
Yeah, go get it real quick.
All I see is the one in Joel where it says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars withdrawn their shining.
That's the one, right?
That's one.
Yeah, it's a couple other precepts that go with it, like Genesis 2:15 or something. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because I've been I read
Joel 2
and I seen like particularly the weekend video where the sun
2 and
is
1
dark,
through 2.
Drake and them. I feel it coming. I'm like, okay, what is they trying to say? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just need to get info on that.
That going to Luke 12 and 56.
This is Joel chapter
2 and 1? Chapter 2, yeah. Start out with.
verse 2, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it.
Before you go, I want to know, who are those people? I'm hitting that it's us, you know what I mean?
Great people.
But I just need to.
No, this is talking about the day of the Lord.
Yeah, I know.
When the Lord shows up, it's going to be so much calamity in the earth.
Right.
Everybody's going to be in a state of despair. It's going to be a lot of confusion.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of depression.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of death going on. So the Lord is describing it as a very dark and gloomy time.
Right.
It's going to be the time of tribulation.
Right.
When the Lord shows
So
up,
that's not literally. That's just.
No, it's describing the atmosphere.
Right.
That's what's gonna take place.
Is that the actual events, or that's
Well,
just
you know what? When the Lord actually returns, He's gonna show up with the host of heaven, which are the angels, and they're gonna basically, when they invade the skies, it's gonna block out the moon and the sun.
So is that what causes the gross darkness?
Yeah.
Darkness, literally.
I also read, yeah, they got that from Ezekiel on in Independence Day. They got that from reading the book of Ezekiel.
Yeah,
and
there's also in Independence Day as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Also, I wanted to read. Also, I read it says something about in the last days He's going to raise up the Nazarenes again.
Well,
I didn't catch what scripture. I didn't catch what scripture that was in because I just read it a couple days ago. You know what I mean? But what do you know about that?
Well, he's going to raise up the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, and the 12 tribes be raised up. And if we did have a religion, it would be the Nazarenes, would it?
Well,
that was the sect Christ was.
That was a sect. Yeah, that was a sect.
I mean, would that be the same? I mean, that'd be a whole thing if we did establish the Nazarenes. Because already here. See what I mean? Already here.
It's more of a.
I read a scripture where it says in the last days He's going to raise up sons and daughters for Nazarene.
Well, mean, like I said, the Nazarenes were just a sect that followed the Lord.
Yeah, and that was the sect that Christ belonged to.
Right.
Which means the truth. It just means the truth.
Actually, it means branch.
Branch?
Yeah, it means
Okay.
branch.
Oh, right on. So you correct me for that.
From the Hebrew word, what was it? I think it's Natazar, if I'm not mistaken. Which means branch. When you read Isaiah 11 chapter, it talks about the branch. That's the Messiah, man. You know.
Okay.
So hey, yeah.
You guys are from out here? You guys stay out here?
Yeah.
We're not just visiting. We're
That's-
here.
You guys got I visited one, but I don't know. Me and the brothers, we were kind of like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it was militant, but you know, it was kind of like, I don't know. It just felt like we was in jail. The process we had to go through and all that. Straight up, you know what I mean? But we understood what was behind it, the security measures they had to take. You know what I mean? We understand what was behind it, but you know. Brothers that because I got a few brothers, I don't know what to do with them. They won't go out to camps and reach out. You know what I mean? The camps, the touch bases. I tried.
Well, you gotta come out here. We out.
Hey, for 2 years I've been seeing y'all Las Vegas. I'm like, where? Go down there. Man, 2 years now. I got y'all. I'm supposed to be going to work. I seen y'all on the bus. I was like, you see what I mean? I had questions. You know what I mean? If you don't mind, I got another question to ask you, y'all. What is the last remaining, like, a major sign that he gives us?
Well, the mark of the beast is the big one.
Gone.
When it becomes mandatory.
Right, okay.
Because the mark of the beast, you know what it is already, don't you?
Not quite. I mean, through Christianity eyes, I thought I knew it was through Christianity. You know what I mean? I mean, is it literally that, or is it? Okay.
And whether it look like this or not, it's going to have the capabilities of what this has.
What if most of us already got that already? They just waiting to activate it.
You done. But he said that there will be a number that won't take this. They won't bow the knee to by all, like, you know, a bunch of things that people that won't
You
take
said pale. When we use the word Lord, I'm asking y'all because man, I trust nobody but y'all on the earth when it comes to that word. You know what I mean? When the word Lord, Baal, the word Lord means Baal, don't it?
Yeah.
And that's actual one of the changes that Esau actually made up.
Yeah.
And that's it, huh? That's it.
But that's also
Is it? That's what I'm asking.
That's why you gotta know. That's why you have to know the original language that this was written.
Right.
When we see the word Lord in the Old Testament, sometimes the Hebrew word, the word in all caps is the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh.
Right.
And sometimes when you see like the lowercase L, or not lowercase, but you have capital L and then lowercase O-R-W. The Hebrew word is Adawan, which means master.
So we should be saying that versus Lord. I mean, what is it? Until we all find personally his personal name, what should we be calling him?
If you have his name, call him by his name.
Okay, yeah, that's the one thing I haven't dug deep because, man, I'm 43 and I didn't come into the knowledge really until like 3 years ago. This knowledge has cost me 20-year marriage. It has cost me so-called church friends because I just had answers and you know what I mean, and they couldn't answer it and it seemed to upset them and it cost me a lot, you know what I mean? So I'm out here just, you know what I mean, and I call myself an Israelite, you know, and I deal with a lot of racist people and that Edomite, it gives me a bullet, you know what I mean? To hit them back with, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, for me and the brothers that's here, because it's a lot of those brothers that feel that we don't fit in the camp. And I've been at my place, we've been doing the Sabbath. It ain't, we incorporating the laws, you know what I mean? A lot of us are straight niggas, you know what I mean? Bang banging, coming off the street with ain't none of that simping punk faggot shit. And we cannot go to none of these churches here, because soon we walk in, you see what I mean? But all them other people, the gay person and all that, they right there looking, you know what I mean? And so we feel out there.
That's what this is. Our symbol of outcast is dispersed to humanity.
Right.
That's
what I want to know, if we don't fit in the camps, what do we do? Because we got to get underneath one of y'all.
Let me say this on the top. All of us we came from a different walk of life.
Right.
But when we connect that, we believe enough by giving our lives into a living sacrifice in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua to earn our salvation. And we believe the same doctrine that we're willing to come out here and put all them things away that we were formerly doing and whatever they were in our life, to do this to the best of our ability. That's all it is. I don't care if you got 8 bodies, bro. If the Lord grants you admission to do this and to walk with the best of your ability, that's for you. If that's up to Him, you know, and He'll work through you, and then with the body. If you're a part of the body, you'll be His.
I mean, I got 15 brothers that we gather every Sabbath, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I just spit a little in Deuteronomy 28. I allowed them to see that, and a lot of these brothers see that, but I'm not no leader, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to lead them to one of y'all because, you know what I mean?
Bring them down on the Sunday,
I did
bro.
that in Christianity church, and I
Bring them down
rebelled
on the
against
Sunday
it.
and let them ask questions. You know?
Where are you guys located? I don't
Right
know
here.
about IUC. They
Right
camp.
here.
Right
Right here. Every
Okay.
Sunday after 2.
Right here, every Sunday.
Right here.
Lord willing.
Every Sunday
At what time?
after 2 o'clock.
Sunday or Saturday? Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. All right, at 2 o'clock?
Yep.
All right, see, I bring my brothers down here, and then y'all educate us, because I mean, I know it, but I'm not living it like I should to be teaching it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So, I'm glad I met y'all. I'm glad I seen y'all, and I got y'all, and I'm going to be bringing them to y'all.
Show, man.
I'm serious, man, because, hey, man, that's another trap for me right there. You know what I mean? I'm trying. I'm married. I've been married for what, going on 20 years, split for 2. You know what I mean? Hey, I admit it. I did it the right thing for 20 years. You know what I mean? Still hanging in there. She don't want to give a nigga a divorce. You know what I mean? So I must have did something right. You know what I mean? But anyway, what I'm saying is, I don't know. Y'all say y'all from here.
No,
We live here.
Okay. Where I'm at, I'm up there on that Sunlight Mountain, and there's demonic things going on out there. In the Bible, it says, I prepare a place for them in the desert. We're claiming a piece of, it's called the wetlands out there. We're claiming that for the Israelites. So when this stuff happens, that's going to be our sanctuary here in Sin City. I don't know, y'all can check it out, but you need to go down there and see it for yourselves, because I think this is the perfect sanctuary for the Israelites, because from there, laying on your neck, you got a whole view of the city. I don't know, I can't explain it. So you know what I mean? They got bushes and trees where it's like shelter, and I can see whole families Israelites. I told them, no niggas allowed, only Israelites. Niggas, you know what happened. Niggas get in there. You know what I mean? So, and I told the Homeland Security, because it's guarded by Homeland Security and all that. The Spirit had me to go and tell them that we're claiming it. They laughed at me. You know what I mean? They laughed at me. You know what I mean? So they watch me every time now. You know what I mean? But I'm claiming it. Y'all need to check it out, and I know y'all Spirit will bear witness. God, that's meant for us. When this pop off, I'm preparing a place in the desert for it. That's a sanctuary, homie. And get this, it belongs. They say it belongs to the Native Americans, so it's ours anyway. That's all I'm saying. It ain't the weed talking. I'm gonna bring them to y'all, and they gonna tell y'all what. Because I need confirmation on this. Because people trying to say, "Oh, you got Israel, you be crazy." I know I didn't be crazy because I got 15 brothers that bear witness to it.
At some point, y'all ready to lie?
I know if I get validation from y'all,
The songs,
I get
we start rapping.
validation from no Pastor Preacher.
I got 2 questions for you. What was that again?
Sunrise Mountain. Right at the base of Sunrise Mountain. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
There's something demonic going on over there.
Next week.
It's
Done.
like the brothers that I wake up, they feel it. We don't know.
All right, brother. Hey, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakadash.
Give honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone. And Shalom, Rakadam, peace and blessings to the whole Tabernacle of David. Shalom.